book?
Yes.
Good.
Okay, we are live. Hello for the people that are on with us, and hello if you're watching this later. We are going to be talking about Jade Legacy, our book club pick. We have the lovely ladies back with me today. Mare is on the road. I'm so glad she could still jump in, even though she had a last minute conflict. Where are you, Mare?
I'm in a random park in the car.
I thought you were going to say random car.
I stole someone's car to be here.
Yeah, it is my car.
I love that for you.
Yeah, I'm happy you're able to
just
stop
hope
by
no one
for a
goes
little bit.
Yeah, I won't be here for long, but
yeah, a little bit of Mare is better than no Mare at all.
Honestly, for the finale of our saga, you had to be here.
Yeah.
Yep.
We made it to the end. What did you guys think? We'll do non-spoiler stuff. We'll just dive right in while we have Mare. Let's do Mare first. What did you think? What did you rate it? How did you feel?
5 stars. I'm trash for it. I'm still not recovered. A lot of feels. I'm so sad I won't get to go into it in depth, but I loved it. I thought it was perfection.
If you want more of Mare's thoughts, join the Discord because she updates the Discord very well.
Yes, I want to update.
I'm like so relieved I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back and like respond to all your things in the Discord for sure. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I still really loved it. I loved like the overarching story and how everything tied together. I just think that because it was such a long period of time, it was hard for me to get to know some of the younger characters, that my heart wasn't as, I don't know, affected as like the first one. But I was still hurt, you know, so time was just flying by. I was like blinking and it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you, Sam?
Oh, me next?
Sure.
So, as we know, Jade City. Generous 3, it's really 2.5. Jade War, 3 stars. I gave Jade Legacy 4 stars.
Oh my god, you're like the opposite of me. Everything got better for you.
It got better for me. I actually really liked the next generation. I liked following Jaya and Rue and Nico. I actually really liked all of their characters. And I thought they were fun. And we didn't see enough of Shay. And so I was like, okay, I get a lot of Hilo and Wen, that's nice. And then a lot of the kids. And so luckily I did actually like the kids. But she was chunky.
Chunky.
I was like, who was chunky?
Eliza, your background is so different now that you've moved your shelves.
It's very bare, but I might move it back in.
You know, you just get more shelves for more books.
I'm thinking.
More shelves for the other room. And I was like, where am I going to put those shelves? He's like, just move it back. Like,
yeah. What did you think? How did you rate? How did you feel?
I loved it. I gave it 5 stars too. And I felt words in the way, like, yeah, there were some sad things that happened. But for me, I was just so sad that was the end of their story.
I know. Fingers crossed for a spin-off. Fingers crossed for a spin-off.
Well, I ordered the Jade Shards novellas, like little more snippets of their lives, and Amazon canceled it.
What?
Yeah, like the day of, it was like, oh, out for delivery. And then all of a sudden, I was like, where's my book? And my husband checked and I said it was canceled. It's like, you bitches.
That sucks.
Yeah, I want to read the novellas now too.
So I'm so sad. But I gave it 5 stars. And I don't know, I just loved everything. I loved like the second generation too and the kids. And I feel like we didn't get much of, what was her name? Jaya?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we needed more of her.
I wanted way more of her.
Scene. And then I don't know, the older people now too.
Yeah. I feel like that book almost could have been split into a couple more books. You know what I mean? It was like she almost had just a contract for 3. So she wanted to get everything done in this one. But like with the next generation, that could have been even its own series.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could have been like a Naruto fruits basket kind of thing where like, you have like the parents and then you follow the kids. Yeah. But I think in the acknowledgement it said she spent 6 years on the series. So.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that long.
Dedication.
Jeez.
Such
a beautiful.
Bigger than my head.
It had amazing quotes in it, that's for sure. Like that's like my favorite thing about Fonda's writing is she has some stellar, like thought-provoking quotes that I love.
Yeah, I need Daphne at the end of all of this, a video of you just going through all of your annotations for all 3 books.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be great. I'll tell you this isn't like spoilery or anything for people watching. But my favorite quote was this one. It's in one of the interludes. It's on page 562 at the very bottom. Eliza, I see you're looking. It goes,
oh, I like the interludes.
It goes, good men are remembered with love by their friends. Great warriors are remembered with awe by their enemies. And I was like, oh,
Aww.
I was like, holy
Nice.
schmoes, that's amazing. And then the way they would be like, how Shay would admit she was in awe of Atmata at times.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a callback to that amazing quote.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So,
I didn't highlight anything this time. That's why I was flipping through my book. I was like, oh, I guess I just didn't take any notes.
Sorry
You were
about
too
that.
emotional. You were too invested.
Yeah, it was good.
what did you guys think about the pacing of the book with the such a long time span in this last one?
My tabs, you can barely tell, go from like there's tabs, there's nothing, there's tabs, there's nothing. The pacing, it was long, and there was a lot of slow parts where I was like, okay, we could speed through this a little bit faster. But when there was action, there was action.
Yeah, because it's always like the political maneuvering that can be a little bit slower, but I can see how it's important. But yeah, those parts I'm like, oh, let's get back to the personal
The
stuff.
characters.
I don't remember being bored with this one at all.
I wasn't bored, but I could see
like
how
slow.
it
Yeah,
can slow down.
I think I love everything.
This is the
Or-
perfect series for you, right, Eliza? You
Or
decide.
I don't remember anything. I'm thinking it's that.
Maybe.
Definitely, if you guys, anybody watching, if you have any fun comments or favorite parts or anything you want to talk about, definitely put them in the comments. Are there any questions you guys want to talk about that are non-spoilery to start? Like favorite characters, I don't know.
Yeah, give me your character ranking.
Oh.
I have a tentative
Happy
one, but
Wound
there's
is number 1, right?
there's too
Happy
many
Wound is number
characters.
1 because he didn't burn the duck. Okay, he didn't burn the duck.
He didn't oversmoke.
You didn't burn the duck.
Oversmoked the duck.
Yeah.
Happy Wound.
He was so
God, yeah.
sweet.
Their whole arc together, I loved, but also I was like,
Shit.
wow, just because time was flying. I was like, it's just now their relationship is different, So, yeah, he was great. I liked him. He was really sweet, loyal, loving man.
I feel like he was in the book more than Shay. And he was like not in the book that much. And obviously we saw more of Shay, but it feels like he had more screen time than Shay.
Or more
He was
impact.
so- He was so dramatic. He was like, what did he say? He was like, the clan is for the pillar, but I am for the weatherman. Like, I give my life for the weatherman. I was like,
Yeah.
Swoon Central.
oh my God, that felt
Doting
like
husband,
6 years
doting
ago.
father.
Yeah.
Bless.
I was really starting to love Rue.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
He was my favorite of the 3. Well, I would say Jaya was my favorite, but we barely saw her.
Yeah.
So
she's
because we spent more
barely there.
time with Rue, I was like, Rue, I love you.
I don't know who my favorite one is of the kids, honestly.
Honestly, Rue was kind of a lot like maybe Lan. Very compassionate, understanding, And then like when Andon went to Hilo after the spoiler, when things went down and he's like, why should I do this? And Andon's like, because that's what Lan would do. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
my heart. Eliza's like, I don't remember that.
I know. What are you talking about? Well, let's talk about that more in the spoiler part then. So you just tell me exactly what you're talking
Yeah, I'll
about.
tell you exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
going through now. I'm so sorry. But thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, Mary, we'll catch up with you on the Discord for sure.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, for me, every character I was slightly attached to, it did not end well for them.
Doesn't
I
that
was like,
always
okay,
happen?
great.
I feel like
Yeah,
that
well,
always happened to someone. What have you guys?
yeah, me and Mare usually.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely highlighted like LOLs for some of the scenes that I knew Sam and Mare would like ship Shay and Atmata together.
Yeah, no, the second they were like, Ait's a middle-aged woman, and I was like, wait, Shay's a middle-aged woman. And then later they were like, in a few years, Ait is gonna be 60, and I was like, wait, but Shay's also like maybe late 40s, but in her 50s.
Yeah.
So Fondly really missed out on that.
Yeah, like when they were in the beginning, not super spoilery, but they were like meeting, I don't know, I guess for like the Jade Association thing, and they're like looking across each other at the room.
Oh,
and
yeah.
tension.
I had that.
Oh,
I had that.
Oh, so funny.
That was my moment.
They did have good chemistry for sure.
That would have been
Maybe
the
it
best
wasn't
enemies
like
to lovers.
Fonda making it romantic, but it was good chemistry either way.
Yeah.
Damn, it did not end how I thought it would be with those two.
I know. They should have just sailed off into the sunset together, but whatever.
Not happen. Did you guys view of like the main 3 siblings change in this book?
Yeah, I think Hilo changed a lot by the end, especially after what happened with Rue, for the better.
He had the most character development.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shay, I think she had a good character arc, but I think it was more of a gradual, loyalty and like understanding that you don't have to, wear Jade to be like a true Jade warrior or green bone in your soul and stuff like that. I thought that was a cool view she evolved to.
Yeah, I wanted her to be in it more. Like, she is really the backbone because she makes so much happen, and she's the reason that anything good happened to No Peak. And Fonda Lee just kind of like brushed her under the rug, and she's like, oh, she's gonna have a kid, so like we're not gonna like include her very much. And I was like, excuse me? Wait. And then the only time she was there was like super impactful like plot things, and I get it, but like this book felt more like it had that character relationship between everybody more, and I was able to get to know them better than the previous books, and she just wasn't there as often.
Yeah.
I was a little bummed.
Yeah, Shay is very critical for like key like decisions that are happening in the clan. Probably even more than Hilo. I mean, Hilo has the final say, but she's the one that's like making the moves. And honestly, Andon does a lot of the on the ground work too. So for someone that was like, I really don't want to be, that close to the clan or like seen as a warrior and stuff, like he was such a leader in his clan, which was really awesome. I really liked that for him. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just jump into spoilers.
Yeah, let's
do it.
I don't have anything else to say that's not spoiler. I mean, we're on 3rd book. It's kind of hard.
It
is kind of hard.
I don't remember anything.
Okay. Do you want to go back to let's just start at the beginning. Like
what happened
in the beginning?
And what did happen at the beginning? I know that it
felt like 50 years ago. Oh, let's talk about Hilo sleeping with the prostitutes. I was so mad.
Okay. Mare's gone, so I can be a Hilo apologist all I need right now.
Yes.
Was he in the wrong? Yes. He's shitty for it. That sucked. That was bad. But also, his wife was paralyzed, and he's going through a lot of shit. And if Lon can do it, and everybody else can do it, because no one in this book is okay.
Wait a minute.
Lon isn't married anymore, though.
Lon's not married with a wife.
Live in a relationship.
Saving him.
He was in a relationship with one of the girls.
You know what? The way Fonda wrote it, though, she was like, yeah, he just drove up to the whatever they call it.
Yeah. It was dirty.
And I was like, oh, because it was normal with Lan. I was like, yeah, we're just going there. And I was like, wait, we're with Hilo right now. What the fuck is Hilo doing at the brothel?
The thing I thought, though, is that she just makes these characters realistic, right? Like,
yeah.
But also is like, you suck, Hilo.
You suck, Hilo. That was bad. But, he didn't do it throughout the book. I think if he continued doing it as he was working on the relationship, I would have been like, big bad. Did he ever tell her? I highly doubt it. which is also a big bad, but also
Yeah.
sparing her feelings. I get it. There's a lot of moving components. It's got depth, guys.
But also, I think he did it knowing that she knows that he was doing it, right?
She knew because he wasn't
probably.
hiding it. He had like perfume on him from the women. He had like the receipts. He was not hiding it.
Yeah.
But then she was like, "Do you just want a divorce?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Don't ever say that."
How dare you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a bit dramatic.
Yeah. But I love it. I still love it.
I get it, you have kids, but
Yeah. No, I loved it too. I was like, okay, you don't want a divorce for appearances or because you actually love Wen? You know what I mean?
because you want to work this out.
And he did, thank God. Because I was pissed.
Yeah, I was like anti-Hilo at that time. I was like,
yeah, I was like, forget Hilo Daddy. Like, I'm over Hilo Daddy.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. How could, like, from a book standpoint, loving a morally gray character, like, he's murdering innocent people. And we just, like, excuse that. We're like, oh, we still love him, but he's killing people. But, like, just cheating. And we're like, no. Like, I get it, but like killing is objectively worse.
Yeah. I was mad about that too, but I was to be fair, I was more mad about the Wen cheating.
Yeah.
I get it.
Wen doesn't deserve it. I love Wen. She is my favorite character.
Yeah.
Her bodyguards, her brothers.
Yeah, her brothers. Oh my gosh.
That's about it. Those are like the best characters.
Yeah.
Love her brothers.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, do you want to talk about Tar?
Huh?
We could talk about Tar.
You want to jump to Tar?
Remember?
Go down my favorites list and then just talk about what happened to them in the
book. Let's do that.
You have a favorites list?
Yes.
Let's go over it. I have no list. I have this.
I finished the book like 2 hours ago, so I didn't prep any questions. We're just here vibing.
We're vibing. That's what we do best.
Yeah.
I'll
bounce off you.
Wen is my favorite character. She is objectively the best character. She's incredible. She's amazing. She's a good wife. She's a great mom. Oh, yeah. She's a great pillarman. I guess pillar woman.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
So badass.
Yeah.
Terrible things happen to her.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why she is the victim of the story. I don't know what Fonda Lee has against women, but oh my god.
Yeah.
That's what my like second thing of tabbings is just what happens to Shay and Wen when they go on their little business trip.
My gosh.
I know. Wen played her hand too hard. So she, she is a great pillarman. She is like such a obviously trusted advisor to Hilo now that they've gotten over their like lying issues, like her hiding things from him, and he felt like he could trust her a little bit more.
Yeah.
But she played her hand a little too hard with that movie guy. And then he called the gangsters on her. And then he died.
And it's like, your husband has a reputation. Maybe don't always utilize said reputation.
Yeah. I didn't know.
That made me so anxious, that scene. But I'm glad they were like, no, this is a trap. This is what actually is going to happen.
Yeah, if she wasn't smart, Shay would be dead. Truthfully.
Yeah, I was a little confused at first what the gangsters were trying to achieve. You know what I mean?
They were basically trying to make No Peak leave their territory because they were slowly building up their businesses and like slowly making their way over there to like have some territory. And this like minor gang, like a small section of a bigger gang there was like, this is our shot. This is when we can take control of the politics here.
Oh, because they kind of wanted to impress the Mountain Clan too, to be like, hey, you can like utilize us and give us more money and Jade and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They're like, stop using this higher clan that controls here and use us instead.
Yeah. And just the whole visualization of them, they let Wen go for the money, but they kept Shay, and then they used for the Jade, and then they used the Jade to torture Shay.
Oh my god.
That was crazy.
That was brutal. She's a fucking champ for making it through that. And the fact that, like, poor bodyguard.
I know. They were like,
what was his name? Doru? A different Doru? Something like that.
Remember.
Daro?
I don't remember.
That was
But Wen
unfortunate.
was like, you can't leave him here. He's going to die. Like the first bodyguard. And then she's like, the guy was like, you have to do something about the screaming. And he shot him in the head. I was like,
right in the head.
Oh God, who are we dealing with?
Right? I was so upset. I loved those bodyguards. And they're barely in the book, but I had such a connection. I was like, these guys are so great. They take good care of Wen. Wen knows their families, and they just died. And I was like, of course.
Yeah, that was insane.
Just typical.
And then they pulled out of there. They were like, we're done with this country then. Like, you can keep it.
Yeah, it was amazing how easy it was to attack the house in which Shay was being like hidden and tortured in, and they just like showed up, shot through the wall or window, and it was like over. And I was like, that ended really soon. Like there was so much action and so much happening to just end, just be done.
More so of finding them in time, I guess.
Yeah, it was the finding them that was the tricky part. But yeah, that was really humbling too, because Hilo went to Amada and like kneeled in front of her and was like, I need your help. Like, that was a big deal.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I want to read this book again.
Honestly, you should have reread it before.
Yeah, but yeah, Hilo like 2 weeks ago, right?
Like 3 or 4.
Oh my God.
She read at the beginning of July.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hilo bowing down to Ait and saying like, for Jade, help me, whatever it takes. And Ait just being like, yeah, I'll save Shay.
And she owed her because Shay saved her life. Oh my God. Now we're like going backwards, right?
Did we miss the whole explosion?
Yeah. So let's back up a little bit. The explosion, because of the clanless future movement that Beru is. I never know how to say. Is it Beru?
Yeah, Beru.
Beru was in.
I thought it was Beru.
He was barely in. Barely touched
it. Crazy.
He is the least influential man in this entire book, and somehow he's there for everything.
You know what's insane though? By the end of it, I almost felt like I wanted to cry for him because he was a taxi driver at the end. I almost felt bad for him. You know, because literally all he wants, I probably highlighted it. He just like wants to be relevant. He just wants to be important. He just wants his life to have meaning and like
power.
It's so sad. Eliza's still not
sad.
I thought so bad for him.
I thought
Nico's decision
was so good. I was like, damn.
So
good. What Nico said to him?
Yeah, Nico basically spared him and was like,
when he was
like, you're nothing.
Oh shit!
I have this one. I highlighted that. I remember.
Yeah, Nico's a good pillar.
Yeah,
he's way better than any other that we saw.
Yeah, he's so level-headed. I'm like, are you a psychopath?
Psychopath?
He just needs a few days to think about it.
Yeah,
just think of all the options.
Yeah.
He's basically a chess player, but with politics, which is maybe what all politicians should be doing. But
I can't find it.
He just thinks of all of the different strategies
that happened in this book.
Yeah, but when he left, okay, because one, he didn't like being the heir. It was like a lot of pressure, right? And then all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, I'm leaving, but I'm going to be working for the militia of like that guy you hate.
I'm going to go join the other military.
I was like, okay, if you're against the clans because of violence and like blah, 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 like why are you joining a militia that has no loyalty, that has like no moral like standing for why they're doing anything? They're just doing it for money.
Yeah.
I think also I thought he just didn't want to be told that this is what he's supposed to do without having any options of what he actually wanted in life and stuff. So that was boring and trying to figure it out.
It was giving like 18-year-old military propaganda where you're 18 and you're like, well, I don't want to go to college and I don't want to work the family business. So the military will pay me. I guess I'll do that because I don't know what else. It felt very relevant to what happens.
Yeah. He did need to make choices for himself though, like Eliza said. It is definitely both of those things for sure. But it was just like
poor Hilo and Lan. I'm just so heartbroken.
I know. It's not like he just like left, like Shay left, which hurt the family. He like, I don't know. I feel like that was even harsher.
My issue with this book was it was so similar to Jade City and Jade War, and I get it because like Jade Legacy, like family trauma being passed down, and you're gonna repeat the history of your family. So it obviously like there's connections to the previous story, but I was like, this is too much like Andon's storyline. Like he left, Hilo disgraced him, but then we get to see Hilo's character development around it. But I was just like, I know the plot line. I know what's gonna happen. You're not gonna surprise me by Hilo being like, "Ah, wait, son." So I was like, I read this 2 books ago.
It's an interesting view. I don't know. I felt like it was different a little bit because he left on his own. But I hear what you're saying. Like you knew he would come back and he would be forgiven.
Yeah.
Speaking of forgiving, right? So Rue died, right? And then we could talk about that in detail. But then Wen was like, you know, I wish I was a nice mother to him. I wish I knew how much I loved him and all this stuff. She's like, I wish I could have like one more hour with him to like show how much I love him. And then Nico comes back and she slaps him across the face.
The shit out of him.
Yeah.
One of the not just say.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I get it. This is a book about like violence and morally gray things, but the amount of women abused towards men and nobody batting an eye to it, I was like, okay, so Tar does it, that's bad. Other people do it to their wives, that's bad. But like you slapping your own son in the face, fine. Okay.
Well, I mean, Hilo did like whip Nico.
That's also true. They're incredibly violent to their kids.
Yeah, they're violent. But I was like, when? Like, what the heck? Like, you just said if you could have Rue back, you would show how much you love him. And then Nico comes back and you're like,
no, not you.
Being loving at all. You're just holding a grudge still. It's like,
yeah,
you could die tomorrow. And are you going to regret it again?
Well, not to mention, he could have been dead because he was 18 months out of the militia. And so, like, he very well could have been dead because he wasn't in contact with them.
Good thing that guy was like that planted undercover guy. Good thing you contacted him.
Yeah.
And remember when he was like, trying to cut off his ear? I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
And then
that was a lot.
Did he like stop him in time? Because I just imagine like a floppy ear.
He stopped him in time.
They had to stitch the top back.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my God, Nico.
But I love that because it just showed how serious he was about, you know, being sorry. That was like really intense.
It's crazy. It's so sad. I'm sad that he lost all those years with Rue.
Backtracking with again, are we ready to talk about Rue a little bit?
Are we? Wait,
I have a quick logistical question.
Talk about one of the Make brothers.
We'll get to that too.
Yeah, I want to talk about Rue, but I have a quick logistical question.
Logistical question.
What do you think they do with all the ears and boxes of ears they
collect? That was part of what I was gonna say. So
there's a scary movie I watched a long time ago. Have you guys heard of Haunting in Connecticut?
I feel like I heard of it. I don't think I watched it.
Something happens in the movie where like they like cut off their eyelids and they put it in this box. So this is what I'm imagining with all the ears.
It feels very like trophies for a serial killer. But
yeah.
So in like a Rue chapter, he's at the bar where incident happens. We will get to it. But the mountain men that were the boys, I guess, that were also there as it happened, giving Hilo their ears to be like, I'm so sorry for what happened. I was like, oh my God. And then I was picturing like open face shelves with like little ears. I couldn't.
I know. I'm like, what are they doing with these ears? And I'm like, okay, what if anything, they get rid of the ears, they like throw them out, right? Okay. But what are they doing with all these boxes? You know?
Oh my God.
I was really thinking about that. I'm like, do they like donate them and then they just like cycle through the boxes?
You know, I fully picture just like an ear on like a little like Pokemon card stand, you know, like those very small ones, just ears just lining the shelf.
Yeah, that's when I was wondering too, like when the three of them gave their ears.
You just look at your wall of ears. Oh, that was when this happened.
Yeah, they've all got like little plaques.
Oh God. Oh God. No, I don't. I just imagine them like, oh, I got another ear today. Throw them in the pile.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine if Nico.
But yeah, let's go back to the Rue thing. What were you saying, Sam?
Oh, that was like the main thing. That was the reason I wanted to go back to Rue, but then I realized when I
really?
brought Rue up, we would have to talk about the incident in the bar.
Yes.
I almost
that
cried.
was crazy.
I almost had tears in my eyes. Not quite, but almost.
I don't know if I was like, I didn't cry. I remember feeling just defeated. Like, oh, here we go again, Fonda.
Oh
Yes.
no.
That's exactly how I felt, Eliza.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, God, again? Like, who else? We know who else. But, you know, I was just
Everyone. No one's safe.
Actually, I was just like, it was one of those moments, just like Lon's chapter, you know, in the first book, where I had to read it over again and be like, let me get this straight.
Yeah. I didn't believe it at first.
I was like, I was in denial. I was like, okay, so he got cut through the neck, but not enough, right? He's still alive.
Yeah, like they're gonna save him. Like
Yeah.
they're like Jade channeling. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything was not
Gonna
fine.
hang out, but you know, he's fine. But yeah, I felt defeated. I didn't cry. I was just like, this sucks.
I felt
upset.
so defeated. I literally sat down. I was at like, because that's right after where I marked 75%. So I had hit 75% the night before. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make some good progress tonight. That was the next chapter.
Oh, man.
And I was like, you know what? I'm done.
No.
I'm done. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
sad.
That one was hard. And yeah, Barrow just being in the background. Fucking
Yeah,
little
he's
shit. Just right
Always
there.
I hate Barrow. I feel like he's just that fly in the wall that everyone else is just a lot important, but she just picks one fly in the wall to get their perspective with how everything works out.
Yeah, he wasn't there to actually, like, again, he's the least influential person in the entire book. But Fonda Lee needed a character to show us the non-clan movements that were happening. Like in the first book, you see perspectives from people of the mountain here and there. And so she's like, I need somebody who's going to be there for the things that I want to show in a different way and just have a nuisance to piss everybody off with.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Barrow genuinely breaks my heart. Like, actually.
Aww.
It's a sad storyline.
Like, I feel so sad for him. Like, he's so pitiful. Like, but like, he was kind of helpful at times. Like, he kind of warned Rue. He's like, yo, you're getting set up. Like, because he doesn't care.
He'd do whatever he has to do to survive.
Like, dude, you're getting set up. And then he helped Nico with the confidential whatever things that got released.
Yeah.
Like, do you know who I am? And Nico was like, you're nobody.
Yeah, I don't care.
But yeah, I just felt so sad for him. Like, because he was just some young kid at the start who was a little too greedy. You know, he really wanted a big life. And like, I don't know, he just wasn't dealt a good hand. But somehow he just wouldn't die. Like, he just kept surviving. He just had this sad, pitiful existence.
Yeah.
So sad. But I'm glad he was a taxi driver. At least that was kind of positive, because he was just like a drunk in a shitty place. And then he got a little bit of money from Nico, and he looked like he turned it around a little bit, you know? So.
Yeah, Liza, how do you feel that he starts and ends the books?
I literally
ends the series.
I literally don't remember how he ended.
So it ends that Andon goes to Atmata because she's like she's like locked away in some kind of apartment, like hidden away.
Yeah.
And they decide to send her away. They exile her instead of killing her, which I was like, why?
Why?
I remember that.
Wait, how many times does she need to tell you show no mercy?
Yeah.
Right? And then Andon's leaving. He calls a taxi. Barrow picks him up. And he's like, take me to the Twice Lucky, the restaurant that we started at. And he was going to go get brunch with his family, like how it all started. I was like,
yeah.
Just the way that sandwich is so beautiful.
Yeah.
How come you don't even remember that he's the one who drove them? Oh, here we go. Andon hailed a taxi.
Yeah.
The driver looked at Andon in a rearview mirror. He was unsmiling man, crooked face. The old place in the docks, that's the one. See, nowhere in here where I thought it was Barrow.
It doesn't say Barrow, but it's him. It's him.
I was like, he's nobody. I forgot about him.
Irrelevant.
Can we talk about the Make brothers?
You ready to talk about Tar? Like, we can talk about
Like
Tar.
both of them. They like their ending is so sad.
I mean, What was his name? Ken?
Ken died in the second
He died
book.
in the second book.
Yeah,
Tar?
Tar. Yeah, Tar. Oh my
Tar
God.
was upsetting,
He's
but
got
also
the-
deserved.
I know. Oh, but Tark's arc, his redemption,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, that was
It was
so good.
amazing. That was so good.
Yeah.
That was so
it
good.
hurt. That
So-
one hurt.
Yeah,
At first,
remind me, okay, about what happened. I need to remember the details.
I might have to up my rating because like there were just so many things that happened. I kind of like forgot a little bit now that I'm remembering. Like there were things that were really good.
see, if you read it in one day, you remember everything.
Yeah, I'm upping it right now. I'll up it to
4.5.
So
yeah, I'll up it to
basically,
4.5.
Tar,
I'm
right?
giving it a 5.
He got the crazies.
Yeah, he went black.
Exposure or whatever,
Yeah.
right? He got crazy. He murdered his fiance,
I
right?
know.
He
Yeah, that was
not only murders her, he butchered
Yeah.
her.
Blood
That
everywhere.
poor woman.
Oh my God. I know, it's so crazy. That's another thing. What does she have against the women in here, right? Like she was a badass. Could have been like the what's the word for the horn? She could have been a horn, the first woman horn, and she got killed by her damn fiance
for wanting to leave.
Oh,
Because it's a toxic relationship.
Did she want to leave?
Yeah. There was the night that she was like, I'm leaving you.
Oh, I
and
remember
he was like, no.
Let me butcher ass. Okay. And then so he gets exiled, right? And what's his name? Hilo was supposed to kill him actually, but he couldn't.
That was so heartbreaking.
That was so sad. He was like,
he's like, I can't have another brother be dead. I
oh,
can't have another brother die.
Okay, so basically he is like banished to wherever, and we don't see him for how long? Decades, right?
Years, yeah.
Yeah, and then so who got him roped back in? Was it Andon who contacted
So
him?
it's like you don't even know why he's there at first, right? He just kind of shows up to that gangster guy.
I thought that he was like
a traitor,
betraying Hilo.
Yeah, I thought he was betraying too. I'm like, why are you joining this gang?
Banished, right? And so I liked how that turned out actually.
Yeah.
That was so well done.
That was so good. And then Hilo wasn't in on this plan, right? But the moment like he knew, he was like, okay, let's get you somewhere safe. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'll send the lawyers. We will
Right.
get you out of this. And
brother
out.
But then he died.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, because I was so shocked. I was like, why is he with this gang? And then he was doing all these missions for them. And I was like, he really wants Jade. I'm like, why would he want Jade again after all these years? Right. And then the guy's like, he's so good. Like, I'm going to give him 3 pieces of Jade versus like the standard 1 piece because he actually has experience. I'll be the strongest gangster with him by my side.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he puts it on, he like shoves his fingers into the guy's neck. I was like, because I knew, I was like, yo, Ken? I thought Ken was going to try to take over the gang. I didn't know like what he was doing, but I was like, he's not going to like take orders from this guy once he has Jade, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't surprised he attacked him, but then knowing why he did it, I was like, wow, that's a beautiful arc.
Yeah. I really like Tar's character. Although, like, even before, they set it up really well, or Fodley set it up really well for like me not really caring so much for Tar. And I was just like, okay, you're kind of a weird uncle. Like, why are you telling the kids about some gruesome details? Like, they're a little young for that, maybe. I get it. You want to like get them used to the culture, but oh my goodness. And then, you know, murdering your wife and then being spared your life and then betraying No Peak and then actually not betraying and doing something really good and helpful and then hanging yourself in the jail. And I'm just like,
no,
so much emotion right there. So much just happens with him. And I was so invested in him.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
When he
always the
hung
characters I
himself,
like.
I was shocked. I was like, Hilo was gonna bring you back.
Yeah.
What happened?
he was like, I'm good.
You
You know,
it was sad.
I know.
Like I get it, but poor man.
Those brothers.
Poor Wen.
But yes, like Hilo said, he's like, I'm glad that you didn't do whatever because I can't lose another brother. I was like, I think I cried that part.
Yeah.
When he tells that to Andon.
Yeah.
Was it Andon? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody.
I think so.
Somebody. And it was really touching.
I know. Oh, poor everyone.
I know.
Yeah.
What other characters do we want to go through next?
Let's talk about Jaya really quick.
Okay.
Why does Fonda Lee not utilize the women in her books? Jaya,
There's a lot of women.
so badass, but they're not utilized well. Like Shay was barely in this one. Wen was only focused on movies, and I was like, okay, she could be doing some like crazy things right now, but it's just the movie industry to get money. It's like, okay, Jaya barely
reputation, Greenbone reputation. She did a lot of good
movies
work.
Did help, but good, great work. But I was like,
not the most interesting storyline.
It was set up so that Andon could get a boyfriend, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
It's like, I wanted so much more of Jaya. I loved her.
How old was she here?
She was like
at the end, I think she was 23.
Yeah. She's 16 when she kicks that dude's ass at a party.
And how old was Shay in the first book when she came back? I forget.
Shay, I think, was 26.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, they're still kids.
Yeah, they're children. But I loved her. She was so much like Hilo, just through and through. The greenest of bones.
She's so green.
I adored her.
Yeah.
Also, I'm like any woman that's willing to stab a man for trying to sexually assault their friend. I'm
yes.
Full support.
I forgot about that part.
Forgot about that too.
Yeah.
I was surprised by her. Like when she was a baby, I just didn't picture her to. I don't know. I didn't imagine her growing into being a mini
imagine
Hilo.
She would be more like Tia, where she's just this sweet, innocent little girl. But no, she's not.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice that they made about Tia too, though. Like not sending her to the academy and stuff, and being like, she's not the type of person for this, and you should respect her.
That's so awkward. She's like, I don't know what to do with this.
I don't know how to parent.
Yeah, she's probably not the most natural mother.
Yeah, Tia is definitely like Moon Poppy, and Shay's just kind of there.
Love that family.
Yeah. That was our like one bit of hope in the story where I was like, this is good drama. This is domestic.
Yeah. I would be curious almost to see like what's going to happen with the next generation, like more.
I'm so sad.
But then it's so dangerous. They'll die.
Yeah. I don't know. Not really. With the way that it ended, Fonda Lee, I think, wrapped it up so nicely that it would be really hard to do a spinoff because I don't remember his name, but the new pillar of the mountain basically was like, here's my clan. I'm done. I'm not doing this.
He was just like, things are a mess. So, well, I guess
it's all you, bud.
Yeah, it's all
so Nico and Andon are like the face of Kekon. Like they are
one clan, one whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Amada said. She was like, I always wanted one clan. That was my goal this whole time.
Ask and you shall receive, bitch.
Yeah, literally. And she's like, this isn't how I envisioned it, but like kind of because of me, we did get one clan.
Oh my god, the last hurrah that she tried at the end, I did not see that coming.
No, me neither. I knew something was coming, but I didn't know what. I was not expecting it to be the religious guys.
Are you shooting people? Hilo, you crazy?
I know.
Yeah, after the bombing incident where they were trying to get rid of Ait and Hilo, it made sense that it like full circled and tried a similar approach, but I was still like a little bit surprised that Hilo figured it out just like 3 seconds too late. I was like, you should have. I feel like he should have known sooner.
Which one? The bombing or the last one?
The last one, where the religious people standing in the back with like their cloaks hiding their head, being the actual bad guys. I feel like he should have known sooner.
Well, I think he didn't really suspect anything until he got that message saying like, they're not there. He's like, where are they then? And then that's when he like looked around. It's like, oh, these people are very looking.
But like, he's just how does he not notice?
Did they not perceive these people? I totally forgot who these people are.
Like he would usually perceive their intentions.
Yeah, he just didn't perceive that like they were amiss. And I'm like, how do you have your intentions so pure about murder that you're just like calm, cool, collected?
Well, maybe I just picked her best warriors that are good at hiding their, whatever, so they don't get perceived. I didn't get into too much detail, but
No.
yeah, the bombing scene, like I think Fonda. Sorry, my husband is sneezing really loud. The way she does action scenes is so good. Like the bombing scene where Hilo got the note.
That's
this
what
felt
all
like
these tabs
50
are.
years ago. Like I felt like that was so long ago.
So did she just like jump out the window?
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah. So like he gets the
And
note.
Story.
Did she land on that car with the bomb?
She did,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then did she just roll away and then get out in an alley?
No, she walked to the church,
Yeah, to the church.
the empty church,
Just
and just
like-
chilled in the back with
and
a
then-
stab wound in her neck.
No,
She
and then
was
he
very
was like, yo, this lady really can't die. She really won't die. Like he was almost like laughing at it to himself. Like, is she serious?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, Rue, I think you can make it. Just hang on.
Right? Like if she
Jump out
gets
the
stabbed in the
window.
neck,
Yeah,
jump
but
out
she
a
was,
window
she
onto
was
a
able to
car.
like channel into herself. He has no powers.
Oh,
Rue's death was so unsatisfying. It's like,
It was so
why?
sudden.
Why is this
yeah.
way?
It was so
It
sudden.
was bad.
Rue's death is
But-
satisfying.
Is satisfying?
Hilo's he had an incredibly satisfying death. Do we want to
Yeah,
talk
he
about
was
it? You want
definitely
All coming around him outside.
the
He,
chanting? Yeah.
he got to sit next to Wen.
He
That's
was
what I was
like,
telling Daphne before. I was like, it wasn't Hilo dying that made me sad. It was the people coming to celebrate his life and his death and like chanting in the back for him. I was like, oh my god, I can't.
Is that
I
okay?
can't.
Yeah.
yeah. And he was like,
But damn, I was
Oh.
still sad. Oh, sorry.
he was like, Len, do you want me to say anything to Lan? Or do you, at least tell people to see Rue
Rue.
again? I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Which
The thing,
another thing about Hilo really bothers me is he's not religious. Throughout the entire series, he's like, I don't believe in any of this. I'm not religious. And then he keeps doing things that religious people would do and say.
I remember you saying that before.
And I'm just like, bruh.
I mean, that's like me too. I'm not religious, but then sometimes when I watch something, I'm like, pray to the Lord.
Good point.
Let me get the special edition.
Please let this patient not show up late. I want to go home and sleep. But too, that was really sad. It's like right before this, I feel like he was like, when the kids are, growing up, whatever, we can start our lives, we can travel and
Yeah,
stuff. And then he died.
Yeah.
I know.
It felt very Hamilton. I don't know if you guys have seen Hamilton.
I
But-
have, but I couldn't tell you what happened.
Well, like the husband dies and then the wife is like the one that carries on the last leg. I was fully expecting like Wen to be the powerhouse for a second and just like take charge, be the main character for a little bit. Because in Hamilton, Eliza like sings to the crowd and like runs all of these cool things, and I was fully like picturing that exact thing.
Yeah.
Not quite for this one.
Not quite.
That would have been cool though.
But it was almost there.
It had to be the next generation. That's why.
Yeah.
But poor Hilo. It made sense though for the story. Like he was too green not to die.
Yeah,
and
and
he
he-
died old age.
He also died saving everybody else. Like he saved the Pillar of the Mountain. He saved Nico. He saved Shay. The
Yeah.
other two I think died, but
That was a choice. Like you saw him think about it. He was like, if I deflect this, it could hit everybody else.
yeah.
So let me deflect them out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This book is so good.
Wow.
But yeah. I think that's why it was satisfying because he didn't die instantaneous like Rue. So we
Oh,
kind of got to see like his final moments of
Yeah.
saying goodbye and stuff. And so it just felt like closure.
What's the older brother's name?
Ken?
Make Ken. His
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
fine too.
His was so sudden.
Yeah.
His hurt me. It's always my
Some
favorite
of the
characters,
deaths were
man.
so sudden they were unbelievable. Like Mike Ken's death was almost unbelievable. Lan's death
Yeah.
was definitely unbelievable. I was like, what the?
Rue's death too. I was like, did I read this right? Is Rue actually dying or is he just
Yeah.
injured? Because
Yeah,
there's
I
like
read
a
it twice,
bunch
too.
of people that could easily do something about it that I was like, this just doesn't feel realistic to me right now. Because you mean to tell me that like 3 high up people of the mountain are just gonna like watch him die, even though like the second Like they should be. I don't know. I feel like they should have been able to step in sooner.
Ask Eliza. Eliza's got the medical background, right? Like
What? I mean,
they got a big
even like
artery in the
before,
neck.
like killed
even
him.
before he was like sliced, like him reaching for the knife, they should have known and suspected something. Like they've got so much Jade on them. I was just like, how do you not?
Ain't no one perceiving anything in this book, apparently.
But I mean, they were fighting, so his intent was always going to be, you know, against him. But they were fighting. Like they're not going to step in.
Right. Damn, it just went too far. I like how afterwards, though, after that, they made it a thing. Like if you're gonna battle, whatever, it has to be, you know, I don't know. Was it a person from each clan? I forget.
Yeah, like you have to wait 24 hours now. You have to have a medical.
For the duels,
there,
yeah.
And you have to have, like, an extra person on your side to like oversee.
Hamilton. Wow, this book is Hamilton.
They did make a lot of reforms, which was good. And then Hilo was doing all this like good.
In memory of Rue.
Yeah, in memory of Rue.
That he never cared about before.
I know.
Yeah, Rue really did, like, getting into the political side of things made the most change for Stone Eyes and by extension potentially queer people. But I do like that he was like, I'm an advocate and I'm getting all these opinions in college, like stereotypical conservative parents are so concerned about. And he's like, all of a sudden I care about other people and have empathy and I want to make change. And Hilo's like, oh no.
I love that. It's so funny. Oh no.
I thought that was so good because there are a lot of like privileged kids that don't care about people that aren't as lucky as them. They have no sympathy.
Yeah.
He was just so compassionate.
He was privileged but still oppressed because he was a Stone Eye, so he kind of had that like
he was right in the
mentality.
Middle.
Yeah.
Good night.
I like how he did.
Good night.
Good night. I like how he didn't turn resentful towards like his siblings and stuff like that who did have Jade abilities.
Yeah, he did for a little bit with Nico, where he was like, "I'm jealous. I want to be the pillar, and I want all these things." And over time, there was just a lot of character development. I think because we're spanning over so many years that it makes sense for there to be character development. But I like that I could really see each character, like how they were and then how they ended.
Yeah.
There was a quote from Wen about Rue after he died. Shit, I wish it was so much easier to find these things. I highlighted too much.
Yeah, all of my tabs are very specific things, but I have maybe 10 in this entire book.
Damn. It was something along the lines of like, she wished she didn't have as much self-resentment about being a Stone Eye. You know what I mean? Like Rue didn't hate himself like Wen kind of did. Hated herself, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, wow. At least, you know, it's cool when you can see your own child, like somebody's own child, teach them something, you know? He taught Wen something.
Yeah, that's something that I really liked about the whole legacy part of it, is seeing how the kids really influenced the parents, and they had that fight of like, do I stick with the tradition and the culture that I'm aware of, or do I let the next generation make the changes that need to be made? And I really like that conversation that she was able to have. Like, it was very well done.
Yeah, I agree. Wow. What other crazy parts? Eliza, what else do you remember? We could talk.
I don't remember anything after that.
What other big moments do you think stood out, Sam? I feel like we touched on a lot of like the biggest ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else too that I want to talk about. It was just so much time. I'm like,
I guess we can talk about the politics.
Like Atmata. We didn't really talk about Atmata's maneuverings and stuff.
Yeah, I'll admit I did fall asleep for like 5 to 10 minutes whilst I was reading this, and I didn't think it was worth going back because there's the parts when Shay was basically going back on all of Ait's plans to
the ships and stuff.
just like right before
okay.
everything like started getting intense, there was like this lull where we were just seeing the politics of Shay just being like, haha, Uno reverse on everything that I set up so that she could like basically take all of the power. And one of the things is like, politics are well done, but sometimes they're drawn out too long. I was like, okay, I'm so glad that you're telling me how I almost won everything, but at the same time, too much detail. Like, there's so much politics in it. And I was just like, okay, let's get to the part where Ike finds out that you have destroyed everything that she just built.
Did you miss the part where the mistress, the guy that owns the boat, had that young mistress? She was a white rat for the mountain.
Yeah.
And he met her when she was 17 and then she was 24.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
And she did it until she was like for 10 years or something.
Yeah, I think she did it for 7 years.
She was there for a long time.
Yeah. And Atmata was like, yeah, you're still young. And the girl's like, yeah, but like I gave 7 years of my life to this disgusting man for you, you know?
Yeah. I've basically been sexually assaulted for 7 years. I would like freedom. I have a boyfriend that I would rather go be with.
I thought it was a girlfriend.
Was it a girlfriend?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to gender
whoever her partner was, she was like, we have plans, but every time the guy comes back, I have to leave, and it like breaks her partner's heart. Like,
yeah.
But
on that note of badass side women that are barely relevant, Wound Poppy's
oh my god,
badass. I love her. I would have read more.
Yeah.
She took no fucking shit.
That's what I forgot to. I wanted to bring up. How did you guys think about how the relationship started?
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's a good point. I was like, Shay, now you're in love with him? Like,
yeah, because
he was single for a long time and in love with you, and now.
I mean, she knew she loved him when he got married. It was very much like the stereotypical, oh, I love him now that I can't have him.
And then she like just left it, right? Until like they couldn't anymore.
I know. And it's like, no wonder
until they decided, let's just make out.
No wonder he like has this major crush on her, because she kind of encourages it subconsciously. She's like touching his leg, and like she's like that kind of woman.
Very flirtatious.
Very flirtatious. And then I felt bad for the wife, and I mean, it was sad that they couldn't.
Did the wife have like a miscarriage or something?
Yeah, she had a couple miscarriages, which is tragic. But imagine how much worse it would have been if they did have kids, and then that was like a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks either way, because he was so busy with work and working for the woman he actually loved, and then she's dealing with these miscarriages back to back while he's just gone working, just to realize that something has happened between him and Shay. And the fact that she stood up for herself and was like, no, I'm not going to take this. I deserve better.
Yeah.
You did not steal him from me. I gave him back. And I was like,
yes. Yes. I like that so much.
And she knew who she was talking to. She was like, Shay, whatever her full name is.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. She's like, I know who I'm talking to, and go fuck yourself still.
Yeah, it was like, oh, what was her final words? It was like, fuck yourself and like die or something. And I was just like,
quotes.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably highlighted it, but I'm so many tabs.
Yeah, no, that part I was like, damn, girl, good for you.
Yeah. This sucks. How did she find out? Yeah.
She just knew.
It's obvious. Like,
just inclination.
He would always be late with Shay. He's like driving Shay back home every day. Shay gets injured. They're like on vacation or something together. Together, and he leaves his wife without really being able to be with Shay. You know?
Yeah. Which, I mean, like, I get it. That was a big deal. And like, job standpoint, that was his job, was to go be there for her. But yeah. Ooh. I loved her.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I hope she got a happy ending. I hope she found somebody that actually loved her.
Well, at least she won't get an ending like Nico's mom. So
no,
win for her.
Nico's mom.
That sucks.
Oh my god, when Hilo told Nico at a young age what happened to his mom, I was like, why are you doing this? This is a bad idea. This should have died with all of your graves. No one should have ever told him.
I mean,
some secrets do not need to be shared.
I feel like he didn't really have a choice because everyone was whispering things to him anyways.
I think it would have been worse if Hilo tried to keep it a secret. I knew the truth would come out. I honestly was shocked that Hilo told him, but it was for the best.
good for him.
Yeah. I thought Nico would be actually really mad. I thought Nico would want revenge on Hilo.
I think that's kind of why he left. I think that's part of it. I think he was like, you know what?
Killed my mom.
Fuck you. Yeah. Because he was like, I don't remember who said it, but someone was like, Nico, don't you like, you're really gonna do this to your parents? And he's like, well, I can't ask my parents. They're dead.
Exactly.
I was like, oh.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah, that's so true.
Like, why are you doing what your now parents want when they're the ones who killed your real parents?
Yeah.
By basically forcing you into this. When what if you had chosen, maybe you wanted that quiet life?
Yeah, and he tried out the quiet life, and he was still lost. And he's like, there's gonna be hatred and death and corruption wherever I go, so I might as well be with my family.
The fact that it took Rue dying though for him to be like, oh yeah, I guess I'll come to my senses.
Yeah,
and then like speaking to the grave, like, I should have been here. We should have gone to college together. And I was like, yeah, fuckhead. What do you think was gonna happen?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I get it. He needed his
you can't really
free spirit moment, but
I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah, it's hard to know what decisions
it's hard
are gonna lead down the wrong path for someone else.
Yeah.
So
because I don't know. What you thinking, Eliza? You look like you're contemplating.
Oh, I was thinking because, like, okay, now I don't remember what I was thinking. I was just like, because how is he supposed to know, right? Rue comes from this big ass powerful family. He would probably think he'd be protected there. He wouldn't. I don't know. It's hard either way. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
And Rue was 21. You know, he's also trying to find his own independence. He's like, yeah, it's in the mountain clan, but what am I going to do? Ask my parents every time I want to do something? Like, I can take care of myself. You know,
clearly.
And I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, something's about to go down.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, once he was like, yeah, I'm going to the mountain with this other stone eye. I was like, you're doomed.
Yeah.
I think Nico's one of my favorites. Is up there. If not my favorite.
I liked him. Ooh.
Nico was a good one. He was so different from Hilo, though. It was like I almost couldn't relate. I was like, "Why are you so serious? Like, chill out."
Very thoughtful.
Yeah,
you know the way he thinks about his legacy, right? He says there's some quote in there about him talking about legacy, and I was like, I should highlight this, but I just got all blank.
Yeah, I don't highlight my books yet.
I should.
Just Haunting Adeline.
Are you haunting?
No, I'm still on Haunting. I'm 50 pages in. I've got a ways to go.
But
I'm gonna read it. Yeah, I'm fully annotating.
Let me know if you guys continue the second one because I didn't read the second one. But if you
I'll be continuing.
I'll read it.
Maybe I'll read that now. Maybe I'll drop my currently readings again.
Don't drop it yet. I won't touch it until maybe like next week. So you've got time.
Okay. I just want to read everything with you guys.
Yeah. Maybe read more books together.
Yeah,
commit to more buddy reads. You know, just private buddy reads too. We don't have to do like public buddy reads.
We do need to commit more. We're always like throwing it out there and then we all like read at different times.
You guys all finished Serpent, right? I didn't end up finishing it.
Oh,
yeah. I did finish Serpent. I haven't finished Ship of Bones and Teeth.
Oh, I finished that one.
Yeah.
I haven't. See, these are all books that like I wanted to read with you guys. But so I finished The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and the second one I never know what it's called. Like
the Ashes in the Star-Crossed Cave.
Yeah. So I finished them both
and Scorched Roses.
And I'm subscribed to this book box called Arcane Society, and their next box is those two. And I'm so excited.
I follow that whole like Arcane, like that whole franchise. They have a couple different ones, right? But I'm like, how do I get in? I feel like it's kind of hard to get a box.
Oh, you just go on a wait list. But it takes months to get off the wait list.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm so excited.
I think I saw one from Mystic Box, which I think might be one of theirs, for Penelope Douglas. I was like, ooh, that's cool. Can I just buy it offhand? And they're like, this is only available if you bought this previous box.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. What the heck?
Yeah. I don't love it when they do that. I get it, but it's like
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
don't
like
get it. What's the point? I don't get it.
yeah, I mean like Owl Crate, Fairy Loot, Illumicrate, they're always like, yeah, so we're gonna do this really cool special edition print run, and then they send it to all the subscribers, and like Fairy Loot especially, they don't make enough copies for everyone that's subscribed. So even I miss out on things because it's on British Standard Time. And so
Oh.
what's 4 p.m. for them is like 8 a.m. for me. And so
what I did. I woke up at like 5 o'clock one time to go to these Fairy Loot like sales. And I wasn't going to because I was like, this is too early. You know, I have work, whatever. But something happened overnight where my kids just woke me up and I was awake from 5 a.m. onwards. So I was like, let me just look at this. And I saw people saying like, oh, I'm on the Fairy Loot sale. I'm just waiting. I was like, all right, I guess I'll wait with you guys. And then I got like the books that I wanted. But yes, I agree. It's like so crazy. They don't make enough one.
Yeah, like you know the supply and demand is there. Just order 3 times as much, and then people that aren't subscribed can still give you their money because they would happily do it.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to subscribe. I don't want to commit to something I don't know. But if I see something I like, I want the option to be like, yeah, I want the pretty one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it drives me insane. Like
I
get it. Exclusive. Limited edition. But
everything's a subscription these days. It's frustrating.
There's too many.
Oh,
Way too many.
There's a lot.
Can you even skip on those things? Do they skip? I never see people skip.
I think
on the box
on subscriptions, some of them you can, some of them you can't.
Oh.
But I don't skip any because I don't look at spoilers, so I never know what I'm going to be getting. And so.
Oh, yeah. I look at spoilers and I still accept it. Anyway, sorry to get sidetracked, but you know what I did right after reading this? I was so obsessed. I was like, biggest book hangover of the year, right? And I just scoured the internet for everything Green Bones.
Yeah, you got the Illumicrate
stickers or something.
I got the Illumicrate special editions, which were so pretty.
Those are so pretty.
They
are so pretty. I wanted to get them when they dropped, but I was like, nah, I don't know this year yet. So those are.
When did it drop? Last year? 2 years ago?
2 years ago,
yeah.
I think.
Damn. I wish I got it then because I paid a lot. And it came with Janloon little plates, so little saucers, I think.
Oh yeah.
The what's it called? That store that they go to? The restaurant?
Oh, Twice Lucky?
Yeah, Twice Lucky little saucers. It's so cute. And then it came with those bookmarks. And then what else? I don't know. I also got like Jade City bookends.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those books are so gorgeous.
Did you reorder the novellas?
No, because I can't anymore.
Oh.
They're not available at all.
It's not. Like on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, it just says like the ebook is available. And I was like, well, this sucks.
I wonder if they pushed the release date for some like reason.
No, but I can't even pre-order it. I don't know.
They're prequels, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think one's I think it's a 1.5 and a 2.5.
Let's see, I'm on Goodreads.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sad. But I'm telling myself that I'll just wait. It'll come out eventually. Right? They gotta. It can't just be like not there.
It's a 0.5 and then a 0.75.
Oh, interesting. Even better. Because I do want to see how, like, I don't know. I want more of how I want a book of just like Hilo and Wen's love story.
Yeah, them young and meeting and stuff. That was so cute.
He's like this crazy green bone guy, and these are like a disgraced family, but he's just like so nonchalant about it. He's like, no, man, you guys are my friends. You guys are cool. You try to beat me up. And it's like, oh, who's this lady? You know? And Wen's like totally starstruck. She's like, I'm going to marry you. In her head, right?
Yeah, Hilo's like, wow, you're a really good sister. You're always waiting for your brothers. And he's like, yeah, actually, I'm waiting for you because I think you're really cute.
I love it. Can she just like write a romance novel about them?
She is.
Oh my God, Eliza, we could probably look up like
fan fiction,
like Wattpad, whatever.
Fan fiction.
Okay.
I haven't read fan fiction.
I feel like Jade City is so underhyped. I know there's a big following, but like
I think it's just because it's kind of old now.
I think we're just late to the bandwagon.
No, but I just feel like things like Shadow and Bone and other books, like they just keep getting makeovers and merchandise and stuff like that. Whereas I was like, there's only a Lumen Crate for this one. I need more.
You know what? I tried the TikTok craze. We need like the TikTokers to like repick it up. You know, like the Gen Z big TikTokers to boost it.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a TV show, and I think it got canceled before anything happened.
It was like during the pandemic. It recently got canceled.
Recently make an amazing TV show.
Oh, absolutely.
So good.
I think it'd be so much easier to follow the politics that way too.
Yeah.
It would have to be TV. It couldn't be a movie. Like there's just too much going on.
Oh man, that would be so cool. I hope they still pick it up.
They might.
Oh my god, you know who would play a really good Mata? Sorry.
Give me your fan cast.
You know that the actress from Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes.
Actress?
Yes.
She's like everywhere nowadays. She could play a really good her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liza, I need you to in the Discord give me your fan cast for everybody.
Because someone made like a fan trailer for Jade City, and their fan cast was not what I was picturing for Hilo.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if I know any actors that look close enough to what I picture for Hilo.
For Hilo, the best one is those cartoony ones that we've been showing.
We have to get like a Korean K-pop kind of guy to do Hilo. We need like a really handsome, pretty boy that's but like also like masculine, not like too feminine.
Yeah, but like needs to like wear like a leather jacket half the time and have his shirt buttoned down to his nipples. Like,
oh my god, sign me up, please.
Damn.
I hope for Fonda Lee that she gets a TV deal again because that could be so cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
So sad. Half of me is like, can I just message Fonda Lee and ask like, yo, where's Jade Shards?
That's how I am with Pierce Brown, like the Red Rising saga. All of us are like, show, TV, movie, anything, please.
Did you see what was happening today with Pierce Brown?
No, what happened?
He was like signing tip-in sheets for Red Rising. People are thinking that he's doing they're gonna do a reprint for Fairy Loot.
Oh, probably.
Marvel.
I don't know if it'll happen until Red God comes out though. I don't know if anyone's gonna pick it up until they can do like all. What would that be, 7? But I'd be intrigued. I would buy them.
Oh, I'm definitely buying them.
I got to give that series another try because a couple years ago I took it out from the library, like a physical copy.
Oh, you should do
audio.
Audio's so good.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll just get the audio from the library then.
So they actually just re-released the audio. There's the normal audio, which has an Irish man, and his accent is so good.
I liked it.
So dreamy, so hot. And then the new releases, though, was like full cast sound effects. Ooh. Like they're slowly releasing them. I think the next one comes out.
Is that on like
a Golden Sun?
Is that on a special app or something, or is it?
No,
really?
It's on I think Audible and it's on Scribd.
You have to clarify which one you want, though. It'll say.
Yeah, it comes in 2 parts because it's
really
so epic.
I scrolled down at the library. It says dramatized adaptation 1 of 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's the one. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm so excited.
Is that Libby, Daphne?
Yeah, but mine only has part 1, I think, which isn't very helpful.
Scribd has both part 1 and part 2 of Red Rising. I think Golden Sun comes out sometime this month or next month.
I'm going to do a reread of the series if you want to start next year, Daphne.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they only have part 2. Yeah. Okay, let's schedule.
I'm going to read all the books leading up to the new book.
Same.
How many books is that?
Yes, let's do it.
7. Red God's the last one. 7 books.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they're new adult.
Yeah.
Adult.
They're technically young adult, but they read adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
I did not know that, guys.
Is there a romance in it?
A little, but it's not like, it's kind of like
Yes.
where it's like smidgens of romance, but it's mainly like
you're pining for it the whole time. Like you're fighting for the romance, and then just
and you
shit
take
hits
out
the
your
fan.
binoculars and you kind of see it.
Because I started it and I knew he had a wife, but I'm pretty sure she like self-sacrificed herself.
Don't worry, there's someone else. There's someone else you can find for.
Yeah. No, I cried in the like first 5 chapters of Red Rising, so I have an attachment.
Okay, I'm okay. Then I'll wait. Should I wait?
Wait until next year for your book club. What would that? I think Red God will come out likely
I'm
spring.
Spring.
Is it following a big cast of characters, or is it the same guy?
Same guy, lots of friends.
There's a lot of
first person, right?
I don't remember.
I don't remember shit.
Probably.
I'm gonna say third person.
First person.
First person.
Oh damn.
And it stays with him. It doesn't like jump perspectives.
No, it stays with him through the series, except for Iron Gold. I know that one jumps perspectives. I haven't read Dark Age, so I don't know. But Dark Age, so the way that it works is this is the third book. So there's Red Rising, Golden Sun, Morning Star, and then Iron Gold, which is the prequel, and then Dark Age. No, Iron Gold is the sequel, and then Dark Age is the prequel, which is followed by Lightbringer, and then Red God. Wow, there's too many books. So much.
So cool. Wait
I
a
love
minute.
them.
That's crazy. So there's sequel, and then it goes to the prequel. Books. Oh damn!
Yeah, which is hilarious because Dark Age was supposed to be the last, and then Lightbringer was supposed to be the last, and now Red Gold is the last, or Red God. I keep saying that.
Let's just read next year.
I already have it in my calendar for my planned reading.
Are you going to be picking a book for your ongoing Being Book Club?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if I have enough time to like make an announcement and stuff. Maybe I'll do it first. I don't know.
It's like a shorter standalone. You could pull it off in August. But if you want to break, then September.
Well, what are you reading this month?
Okay, so my IRL book club here in my building wants to read Mistborn. Which I was like, ooh, I kind of want to do another series binge for that, but I wasn't anticipating picking it up so soon after binging another series.
That one I feel like, is that one huger than this one?
I only have the mass market paper.
It's young adult, at least.
Is it?
So I think, Mistborn's young adult.
Which isn't like, you know me, I'm not like a young adult person.
Yeah,
but I gotta try Brandy Sandy, and this was pretty cheap. So I picked them up. They're not that long.
I really like Tress of the Emerald Sea, but that's
so good.
Yeah, people love the Mistborn. I don't understand how you read them though, because there's like the Mistborn, but then there's the other Mistborn. I don't get it.
How is this so long? These pages must be like Bible thin. Jesus, this is 700 pages. This tiny thing, that's 700 pages.
It looks small, but I was like, I remember dying, or like, not dying, but being like, why I'm not getting anywhere in these books.
The print must be
I thought
tiny.
this was like 360 pages. It's 700 pages.
Audiobooks.
That's a hefty one for your IRL book club. But.
Yeah.
Well, we're just reading the first one, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. The first one is, oh my God, I don't think that the group knew how long this was going to be.
Was this for August?
But it's young adult, so it shouldn't read as hard.
Yeah, maybe I'll listen to this one.
I feel like it's one of those that's young adult but reads as not.
Probably.
Just because like age probably makes it young adult.
Yeah, as long as I go in with the right mindset, right?
Yeah. I remember talking about this with my friend.
Love
Actually.
it.
Like, why is this young adult? But they're like talking about our age. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, same with like Red Rising. Like Darrow at the start is 18 or 16 or whatever. So it's young adult, but like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. What all these comments all of a sudden came through?
That was so weird.
That was weird.
Oh, interesting.
I'm so sorry to everybody.
That was so bizarre. Kaylee joined. I don't know if she's probably still here. Oh, this is my friend from high school. This is Carlin. Oh, shoot. I wish I knew she was there when she said hi. I'm disappointed the comments didn't pop up. I'll have to DM her.
So sorry to everybody.
Yeah, we used to be really, really close in high school.
Oh,
wow, that's really disappointing that those didn't pop up normally.
Our bad, guys. So Meredith said Rue was my favorite of the second generation.
Yep.
Yeah, Rue was my favorite also.
Meredith and I always on the same page of our favorite people dying.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite of the second generation, Daphne?
I think probably Rue.
I'm not
like, we did get a lot of screen time.
More.
Maybe I would have liked Jaya more.
I love Jaya so much.
She was kind of like, she was like a little too intense.
She's intense.
You know, she was probably like how I was when I was younger, like really intense.
Oh my god, do you remember when Hila was like, "Are you having sex?" She's like, "Dad,
don't ask me that." And then like 2 pages later, she's like, "He's not the first guy I screwed." I'm like, "What?"
Okay, I was not like that when I was her age, but her intensity.
Daddy, Hila.
I get it.
Now I'm more chill, so I kind of like the more chill character. Like I thought Rue was going to be kind of trouble when he was younger, and he was like, "Let's go watch the duel in the mountain clan."
Yeah.
And he was like 10.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're gonna get us in trouble. Like, what are you doing?
He was like, "Let's get out of here," you know.
Yeah, but then he kind of became more reasonable, and I liked how chill he was. And then Nico was the complete opposite of Jaya. I'm sorry,
Jaya. Yeah,
Jaya, and he was just so cold. You know,
I liked him. I like Nico.
Yeah.
That's what
did you like about him? What did you like the most about him?
Just so like introspective he is in the end there, you know.
Very logical
He's a
guy.
Smart character, yeah. Like he knew what he was doing and made the right decisions, even if Hilo made it like tried to undermine the decisions. Nico was still like, no, I know best. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he was a smart guy for sure. But hard for me to relate to.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you feel? Tell me how you feel, you know?
Yeah.
I had a hard time relating to anybody though.
I know.
Like,
yeah,
I'm not
let's
in the
see.
scenario.
Who did you relate to the most? That's a good question.
That's a hard question.
When?
When, really?
When and Jaya, yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm having identity crisis. I'm like, who am I? What makes me me?
Maybe
kind of like
I related
Andon.
to Shay. I like Shay probably the most still. I don't know. What do you think, Eliza, for you?
I have no clue. I'm like no one.
No one.
Just so unique. Too different.
Out of my league. What do I do day to day? I wake up, go to work, take care of kids, do it all over again.
Yeah. Maybe more like Poppy.
Yeah.
He's like a happy guy. You know, he does what he needs to do. He's very smart, but also
takes
like,
care of the kids, does the job.
Yeah.
I'm good, Poppy. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I'm down with that. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm happy we got to read the series together. I really appreciate you guys joining me. It was quite the commitment.
I would not have read this without you guys.
Pushing us to read this. Yeah, I remember that first video you had, and you're like, I want to read this. You know, I wonder who's going to join me. I'm like, shoot, maybe I can finally read it.
Yeah, I really, really appreciate
now
that.
It's like one of my favorite series.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then we got to try so many like new things. We've done these live shows together, and like feel like through this push
together.
Yeah, we've got to like experience so many new things as creators and stuff. So
we're like booktubers.
Little.
Oh God, so funny.
I know. I have reading sprints coming up for the historical romance readathon on Monday night.
Monday night.
So you guys are welcome to join if you want to. I'll probably, you know, have an open invitation for whoever wants to jump on.
Man, I've been logging my books. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta log this
for
one.
you.
I think I've only finished 2 books.
Remind me when there's polls to do, because sometimes I miss it. I'm like, crap, now we're 50 points down.
Did you do your challenge 2 one? That's due tomorrow, I think.
I did the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, I've done the challenges. I've read 12 books this month.
That's a lot.
Oh my god, already? That's more than there are days.
Yeah.
I almost.
So
I don't want to say it. I'll text it to you guys later. But
okay.
I think I read like 4 books. I logged 4 books.
That's really good.
Nice.
This was my main focus. So, actually, yeah, I've only finished. Did I only finish 2? I think I only finished 2 books.
I really want to read Haunting Adeline because everyone says it's so good, and all these snippets that I see, I'm like, ooh,
The fan edits.
Yeah, fan edits are so good. I'm like, it's hard.
I'll force you into it next week.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
It's wild.
Is it a masterpiece? No. Is it thrilling? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. Is it hot? Yes.
Masterpiece.
Is it crazy? Yes.
Yeah. I saw someone on Bookstagram like updating her story every like 50 or so pages, telling us like her thoughts, and I was just like, I'm living for this, but I'm not reading it because I don't want spoilers.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun, and I'm so excited.
I feel like I need to start doing that with the books I read because I forget so much.
Yeah, that's why blogging is nice, because I'm talking about the book so often. I also have like in my notes sections for books, and so anytime a thought pops in my head that I want to remember, I just jot it in there.
Sam, literally every time I talk to you, you fucking inspire me. I'm like, oh, that's so smart.
I'm an influencer.
No, yeah, you really have great ideas. I'm like, that is so smart. I should do that.
I would lose my head if I didn't try to stay organized. Like, it's just too much going on in here.
Because also your vlogs, you're reading like 5 books sometimes in one vlog. I'm like, my God, I'm reading like 1.5 books.
My dedicated vlogs, I try to do 3 to 5. Weekly vlogs are just anything that I'm just reading to read. And then some themed vlogs, like my reading the best of 2023, there was like 7 or 8 books in that. So it's just
I think realistically for me, if I haven't done that many themed vlogs, but I want to do more. Like I have a TikTok one I filmed in April. I don't even remember what books I read for it.
I was gonna do a TikTok themed one, but I totally forgot.
It's not too late.
I can only do 2 books.
I know everything about it.
Yeah. We'll start over.
Yeah, I'll start over.
Starting new books.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then a weekly one, I'll probably get like 1.5. So we'll see.
Yeah, but you've got like good B-roll, which helps.
Yes,
That's where I often lack.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I'm like, okay, I'm in the city. I'm not going to live in the city forever. So I want to like have that niche in addition.
Use it while you can.
Use it while I can, because I'll regret it if I don't. But the little ones are here. Hello, children. How are you? Did you have a good day at school?
Hi.
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 So
Oh my
sweet.
gosh.
Hi.
Okay, so we could probably end the live here. For the friends that were on, I'm so sorry we couldn't see your messages, but thank you. Thank you for anyone watching this back later. Thank you.
That was crazy how they all popped up that one.
Yeah, that was.
I know.
strange.
I was just like staring off, and just suddenly 6 comments.
Just finally synced. Thank you to Sam and Eliza for reading this series with me. I really appreciate it. But we're going to end the live, so I'm going to click end. It's going to take a couple seconds.